Now for the last in the basic box. Are you ready? She ain't ready. She looked at me like, I ain't ready. The last, but really the first item in the basic box as far as the list goes here is a product called Salty Britches Chafing Ointment. Now look here. I know good and well that you've been chafed before. I know I have. I'm just saying, you know, all of us have had a chafing experience. And if we haven't, you might need to go outside a little bit more. I'm just saying. It sucks, okay? I worked on roofs for 24 years in 120-degree heat, sweating my you-know-what off, and I've been chafed about everywhere you can think to be chafed, and it sucks. This stuff right here is a solution to that, and I wish I had known about it, or if it was been in existence when I was a chiller mechanic, because I definitely would have used this. But outside of that, hiking, you know, general outdoor use, whatever, toting backpacks, going on a long ruck, things like that, we have chafing. You have areas areas of friction, right? Areas on your shoulders from your backpack, lower back from your backpack, your belt if you're running a gear belt, your boots, your heels, your ankles, your nether regions. It sucks. I'm telling you, this stuff right here takes care of all that. And I'm not a scientist, I'm not a chemist, but I know one. She's standing right over there. Her name is Amy Tucker, right? Tucker, I got the last name right. She's the CEO, and she invented this stuff. And she's a chemist. She's pretty freaking awesome. And she's gonna come in here and tell us about it, okay? Here she is, right here. Hi. So thanks for coming to the big old metropolis of Portal, Georgia. And we got your skin barrier ointment right here from Salty Britches. And I know you've got some really good stories of what this is used for and how you came up with it. So I guess let's start with that.
Okay. Well, really, it was just mama desperation. Our young son couldn't swim in the ocean without getting the horrible, painful chafing that would ruin our vacation. So that's where it started. But then we had a couple of active duty military and special force operators that found it and contacted us and asked if we could make it in a matte black tube. So at their request, we changed the packaging just to suit their needs. And they really use it because they could be out on a mission for long periods of time. And they needed something that was really robust, that would withstand a lot of irritation, especially for boots. When they came to me, they said, Miss Tucker, there's two things we need help with, and that's our feet and chafing. And I said, I think I can help you out.
Yeah, so one of the things in training that in not just special forces, but in the military period, is to take care of your feet.
That's right.
Right? That's a big deal. Because if your feet are hurt, sored, blistered, your foundation is kind of tore up, right? I mean, it's just not going to work out good. So I know in my past experience with different ointments for things like this is longevity of it. So how's this any different than what is typically known as a chafing product?
Well, that's really why we created it. I needed something that was super robust, that would withstand salt water, which is about the most extreme that you could get. So that's why we created it, was to really fill that need.
Right.
So it's so robust and strong that it'll withstand salt water for long periods of time.
I got you. So, and outside of salt water, and I guess technically when you're sweating and your areas of friction, when that evaporates, there's technically salt there.
That's right.
Anyway, because of our bodies having salt, right? So
That's right.
Is that the main reason behind chafing? Is outside of the friction thing? Is it?
It is mostly
salt deposit left over?
It can be. It's mostly as a result of friction, but with sweat, obviously, when you're not sweating anymore, the water evaporates, the salt ions are left behind. They get trapped in clothing, which is more surface area, which causes more friction.
Right.
So it's just it's a bad party.
It is.
It's a bad party.
It is.
You gotta
I've been
prevent
there.
it.
I've been
this
there.
will also treat it. So that's one of the differences with Salty Britches, is you can use it ahead of time, but what usually happens are people don't realize that they're going to chafe, and it ends up happening. But this you can apply after the fact, so it'll create a barrier so it doesn't get worse, and it helps soothe what's already happened.
Right. I got you. Very cool. And I love the name Salty Britches. That's the Southerner coming out.
That's
right
right.
here. It's what we call pants around here, is britches. Okay. Just in
That's
case some of
right.
y'all didn't know, that's what we call pants, dungarees, britches. Very cool. So I guess moral of the story is if special forces, like I'm assuming like MARSOC and the Rangers and,
That's right.
and you know, all those type of guys, if it's something that they go, we got a problem, it's a big deal, right? She's big time, man. She's up there with the straight up bad boys, right?
I don't know
When
about
you
all
walk
that,
into the room, they play like a theme song or anything because, you know,
I
you're
have my own
saving them
theme
from their
music.
feet getting messed
That's
up.
right.
And all. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you. So that is the skin barrier called Salty Britches. And I want you guys to try this stuff because I promise you this. If you have not experienced chafing, when you do, you're going to be pretty freaking miserable. I promise you. So I guess for application purposes, let's say I'm going into an environment where it's potential of that. I just apply this like a lotion.
A little goes
a
a long way
okay.
with this. You don't need a lot.
Right. And so apply it like to the back of your heel area,
Yep.
growing area, belt line,
That's right.
anywhere that could be of friction,
Yep.
potential friction.
Apply it to any hot spots that come up. So,
Right.
you know, as you're in activity and you realize, gosh, I feel like a little something on my ankle is trying to pop up, go ahead and apply it and it'll prevent that from raising. This also works great if you get a small burn, say from a small fire, or you just get a small burn, you can apply that and it won't wilt.
I got you.
It also works great for chapped lips and really gnarly, dry chapped skin, like your hands.
Yeah, so definitely like in cold winter environments, this would be
Windburn,
really,
yeah.
really good.
Yep.
Awesome.
Lots of uses.
Really dig it. And a little bit goes a long way, y'all.
Yeah.
That's what she
That'll
said.
last you a long time.
Cool. Good deal. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming.
for having me.